In this video, I'm going to give you 5 things motivated people do to overcome frustration. On your journey, you are going to have a lot of ups and downs. Now, the downs are painful. You're going to fail. You're going to struggle. You're going to question your path. When you get knocked down, you may even have a moment where you wonder if you even want to get up. And when you do get up, do you even want to consider or continue this path? If that's you, this video is for you. The best in the world experience hardships as well. They struggle just like you do. They have self-sabotaging thoughts, they get punched in the face, they get knocked down. But the difference between the best and the rest is how they respond to adversity. In this video, I'm gonna give you 5 things that you can do when you feel like you're in a rut, when you feel like you're struggling, or if you just don't know if you can keep on going. Principle number 1, focus on actions, not feelings. You're not gonna achieve greatness if you only work hard on the days you feel good. Most of the days on your journey, you're not going to be feeling 100%. So you need to commit to focusing on the process, commit to focusing on the actions and strengthen your identity as opposed to how you feel. We all have experienced this before when if you feel stressed, you're going to act stressed. If you feel tired, you're going to act tired. If you just focus on your feelings, if you focus on taking counsel from your feelings, you're going to talk yourself out of doing a lot of the things that's required in order to achieve your goal. And so try this exercise out. I learned it from Eric Greitens in the book Resilience, where he says you need to focus on your identity. Who do you want to become? What type of person are you? What type of person do you want to be when adversity strikes? Write that down. And that type of person, what are the actions that person takes? What does that person do when they don't feel like moving on? What does that person do when the alarm clock goes off and they don't want to get up? Write down the best version of yourself and what that looks like. And then as for the feelings, and then you let the feelings follow. Now, normal people, they do the opposite. They focus on their feelings. How do they feel when they wake up? How do they feel when they go to the gym? How do they feel when they show up to work or their school? And then they let their actions flow from that. And then as they continue to act that way, when they feel that way, it begins to solidify their identity. And so the best in the world start with identity, and then their actions flow from their identity, and they let the feelings follow. The average person focuses on their feelings. They act based on their feelings, and then they solidify their identity from that. So be an identity person. Who do you want to be? How do you want to act? And let the feelings follow. Principle number 2, reconnect to your purpose. We've said it before, when you know why you do what you do, you'll have more power to do it. It's about living your life by design and not by default. Doing what you do on purpose, with purpose. The three questions I want to ask you are, number 1, what do you want to achieve? Grab a sheet of paper and write it down. Your bucket list. I don't care how big it is. I don't care how small it is, but write down what you want to achieve. Just doing this exercise is energizing. And look at all facets of your life. Question number 2 I have for you is, why do you want to do what you do? Or why do you do what you do? Circle some of the things that you wrote on your bucket list down that really excite you, and then ask yourself why. Why does this excite you? Why would you want to achieve that thing? And then number 3 is, how do you want to be remembered? And the way I like to describe this is, imagine there's a banquet for you, and everyone comes, all the people who you work with, all your friends, all of your families, if you're an athlete, even people who competed against you. We're at this banquet for you. And at the front of the banquet, of the dining hall, is a microphone. And then there's a part of the banquet where everybody, one by one, can come up and they can talk about you. What do you want them to say about you? What do you want them to say about your willingness to help others? What do you want them to say about your character? What words do you want them to use when they describe you? Write that down and then live your life stemming from that. Keep those words, keep those actions in mind so that you can live on purpose, with purpose. Once again, what do you want to accomplish? Why do you do what you do? And how do you want to be remembered? As you remember these 3 things, as you really do this exercise, you're going to be able to reconnect to your purpose and be more motivated and be more focused and be more resilient on your journey. Principle number 3, think about your hero. Now I want to ask you, who is your hero? Take a few moments to vividly imagine that person. Hold that man or that woman in your mind. Who's your hero? And now my next question to you is why? Why are they your hero? What character traits do they have? What things have they accomplished? Of all the people you could have chosen, you are choosing the person who you're thinking about right now. Now my next question to you is, what obstacles have they overcome? What did they do? And chances are, the reason they're your hero is because they lived a life of struggle. They had a journey of adversity and they overcame it. Each one of our heroes are people who have overcome very tough times, which is probably one of the reasons why they're your hero. There's no hero out there who had a life of smooth sailing. Now, when you go through adversity, when you go through struggle, something that could be very helpful is to imagine what your hero would do. If your hero is in your situation, what would they do? What would they tell you? How would they respond? If you find yourself in a little bit of a rut, try this exercise. Think about your hero and ask yourself, what would my hero do in this situation? How would my hero behave? How would my hero respond? And you'd be surprised to see what you come up with and how you'll find this extra source of energy, this extra source of focus, and this extra source of power. Principle 4, win the morning. We all have 86,400 seconds a day. It doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you live, doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your ethnicity, doesn't matter how much money you have. We are all given 86,400 seconds a day. Now, the best in the world use them better than everybody else. Now, one of the best ways to take advantage of your day, to win the day, is to win the morning. And an exercise that you can practice is to write down what you want to accomplish in the first 90 minutes of your day. What do you want to accomplish? Do you live your life hitting the snooze button, or in other words, procrastinating? The very first decision you make in the day could be procrastinate by hit the snooze button. It's a brand new day. The best part about today is that you've never lived this day before, and you want to procrastinate it to get after it? No, you want to win the morning. You want to wake up on purpose, with purpose, going back to what we were talking about earlier. So identify, what do you want to accomplish in the first 90 minutes? Is it meditation? Is it working out? Is it going for a walk? Is it eating a hearty breakfast? Is it reading? The cool thing is you decide what you want to do. Use the morning as leverage to catapult you into a great day. Now, here's the thing. What I don't mean is waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, waking up at 3 in the morning. Optimize sleep. Get as much sleep as you need. I'm not saying when you need to wake up. I'm saying when you do wake up, do so by design and not by default. Wake up and execute your process. Execute your win the morning routine. Once you do that, you'll be amazed on the momentum it creates throughout the rest of your day. And the fifth thing motivated people do when they're in the rut is they focus on the bright side. We talk about this all the time. Positivity is a competitive advantage. It's easy to complain. It's easy to doubt. It's easy to make excuses. But if you can train yourself to look at the brutal facts, to look at how difficult it is, not necessarily non-judgmentally, but rationally, and then train yourself to see the positive, to see the opportunity that's embedded in the adversity, you are going to set yourself apart from the average person. Seeing the bright side of a situation will help you keep going. It'll help you learn. It'll help you stay creative. So train yourself to see the good. Train yourself to focus on the positive. And I'm not saying ignore the negative. I'm not saying ignore the brutal facts. No, I'm saying consider them, look at them, look for them, and then focus on the good. This will be incredibly helpful as you're on your journey because there's so much negativity. And if you can train yourself to see the good, you're going to have a tremendously high competitive advantage against the average person who doesn't do this. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that video. 5 things motivated people do to get out of a rut. I want to know what your favorite one is. Leave your comment down in the bottom. Which one is your favorite and why? And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button, and be sure to hit the bell so that you know when our next video drops.